And now, from 12 Studios, this is News 12 Now.
Today is Friday, May 17th. Welcome to News 12 Now. I'm Kylie Dudman. New on 12 Now, a Bosewell family is left without a home after an overnight fire. The Bosewell Volunteer Fire Department says it started around 9 last night at a home on Highway 109, just south of the town. The home was fully engulfed when crews arrived. They say the home and its contents are a total loss. Choctaw County Sheriff Terry Park says no one was at home at the time of the fire. And more help is on the way for southern Oklahomans who were affected by the devastating tornadoes from last month. The FEMA Disaster Recovery Center is open in Love County. Residents and businesses in 8 counties in Oklahoma, including Carter, Love, Murray, and Pontotoc, can visit the Marietta City Hall Police Department to apply for FEMA assistance. Learn more available resources and more information will be available. Now, the center is open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. until May 31st. And an arrest and mugshot release this morning is shaking the sports world today. World #1 golfer Scottie Scheffler was arrested and charged with the felony early this morning as he was on his way for round 2 of the PGA Championship. The first round was delayed after a fatal road collision, which caused a massive traffic jam, resulting in Scheffler to be detained and later arrested. Scheffler has since bonded out and is currently playing. Michael George reports from New York.
Video from ESPN shows Masters champion Scottie Scheffler being led to a patrol car in handcuffs early this morning.
Right now, he's going to jail.
Okay.
He's going to jail, and it ain't nothing you can do about it.
Scheffler was on his way to the Valhalla Golf Club when police say he failed to follow an officer's orders after a shuttle bus struck and killed a pedestrian. ESPN says Scheffler drove past a police car and was chased down and taken into custody.
I believe he attempted to explain who he was and why he was trying to get onto the golf course, but I'm not sure that information quite got to the police.
Scheffler said in a statement that he was proceeding as directed by officers, that it was a chaotic situation and, quote, a big misunderstanding of what I thought I was being asked to do. I never intended to disregard any of the instructions. The 27-year-old golfer was booked for second-degree assault of a police officer, third-degree criminal mischief, reckless driving, and disregarding traffic signals.
We'll just let it all play out. That's the extent of what we know. It's moving pretty fast at this time, but we'll litigate the case as it comes.
Scheffler begins the day 5 strokes off the lead at the PGA Championship. Michael George, CBS News.
All right, we are looking at a live look at our East Central University tower cam, and we are looking at some puffy cumulus clouds out there as we go into the afternoon. It's actually going to be shaping up into a beautiful day today with maybe some sunshine later on. We'll watch for the possibility of maybe some pop-up storms later on. Otherwise, temperatures are perfect. You couldn't ask for a better day out there. A little bit cooler where the clouds are still holding on, but a little bit warmer where we've seen a little bit more sunshine, but everybody's pretty much in the 70s, and near seasonal temperatures are continuing. So we are going to be seeing mostly dry conditions, and actually we have a heat wave on the way for this upcoming weekend, and then possibly more severe storms next week. We're going to break all that down coming up here in the full forecast. Until then, back to you, Kylie.
Thank you, Brian. 3 University of Oklahoma students are suing the school for discrimination in its programs and financial aid. The Oklahoman reports the lawsuit alleges OU operates many race-based programs which give preferences to black students. The 3 students, who are white, allege they received less financial aid from OU than they would have if the university did not discriminate based on race. The case attempts to build on a landmark decision by the U.S. Supreme Court last year that struck down affirmative action admission policies at other universities, saying they violate the 14th Amendment. A worker at a Dallas UPS facility has died after falling into a trash compactor. The incident happened yesterday morning. A Dallas urban search and rescue team went into the facility to try to save the man, but unfortunately he did not survive. The incident is under investigation. The man's name was not released. Well, KXII is digging deep on this story. Construction at Sherman's newest school is officially underway. Despite all the recent rain, school and city officials were able to break ground on Crutchfield Elementary yesterday. The new campus is expected to open for the 2025 to 2026 school year. It's National Police Week, a time to thank those who serve our communities and honor fallen officers. We start off our team coverage in Grayson County, where the sheriff's office is remembering two men who died in the line of duty. Deputy Chad Key and investigator Dusty Wainscott both were serving the county when they died.
Both of these individuals were a tremendous loss to the agency, the people that they served alongside, and then of course their families.
In 2013, Deputy Key was working a traffic incident on Highway 82 when he was hit and killed by a drunk driver. In 2021, investigator Dusty Wainscott died of a heart attack after working a scene. Memorials inside and outside of the sheriff's office remind the community of the legacy both men left behind. And moving north of the Red River now in Durant, the police department hosted its 12th annual memorial service for fallen officers. Family and friends came forward to place a rose in remembrance of those they lost. 16 officers were remembered at the memorial service. In Garvin County, a new memorial was unveiled to honor fallen deputies. The sheriff's office gathered to honor the bravery, the sacrifice of those who gave their lives. Their legacy will continue to inspire those who serve. And over in Ardmore, several law enforcement agencies met in Carter County for National Police Week. A ceremony was hosted by Heroes with Hope of Southern Oklahoma. There were guest speakers and the names of fallen officers read, keeping their memory alive in the community. Actor Alec Baldwin may have his future fate in the hands of a judge today. Baldwin, the lead actor and co-producer of the movie Rust, is asking a New Mexico judge to dismiss a grand jury indictment of involuntary manslaughter for the October 2021 death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Baldwin's plea is that prosecutors violated grand jury proceedings to hide exculpatory evidence and witnesses. Prosecutors refute the proceedings argument and say Baldwin's evading responsibility for workplace safety violations. And what would be a major shift in U.S. drug policy, marijuana, one step closer to being classified as a less dangerous drug. Rebecca Castor reports.
Far too many lives have been upended because of failed approach to marijuana, and I'm committed to righting those wrongs.
That's the promise from President Biden as his Justice Department officially moves to reclassify marijuana as a less dangerous drug.
This is monumental.
Currently, marijuana is a Schedule I drug, along with heroin, LSD, and ecstasy. Drugs the government says have no accepted medical use and a high potential for abuse. If the DOJ's proposal is approved, marijuana would become a Schedule III drug, alongside ketamine, some steroids, and other substances with moderate to low risk of addiction.
No one should be in jail for using or possessing marijuana.
The move is likely to be a popular one among younger voters, a key group Biden is losing ground with. A recent Fox News poll shows his approval with voters under 30 has dwindled to 49%. But some Democrats think they'll come around.
They're not going anywhere. If you think they're going to sit on the sideline and not vote, you're wrong.
It's now up to the DEA to make the final decision on marijuana's classification, but it's unlikely they'll shoot down the proposal given the president's support. But not all law enforcement is on board.
I tragically lost a son, 11-month-old granddaughter, and a daughter-in-law to somebody who was driving under the influence of alcohol and marijuana. I think any drugs that alter somebody's mental state or can put somebody else's life at risk should not be tolerated.
The proposal would not make marijuana legal, but Fox News polling shows 69% of registered voters would support such a move. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
Another arrest has been made in the Turks and Caicos Islands after security found ammunition in their possession. This is the 5th tourist to be arrested in their country after ammo was allegedly found in their luggage. Fox's Kelsey Carnes has a story about how governments are negotiating their case.
An Orlando woman is the 5th person to be arrested in Turks and Caicos for having ammo in her luggage. On Monday, Sharita Grier was arrested by officers with the Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force.
It was probably a mistake for this woman too. And I think the difference is under Florida law specifically, It's a requirement in a prosecution that there be some proof of intent.
Legal expert Whitney Bone says it's possible that Grier had no prior knowledge of the ammo being in her suitcase as she tried to leave the island nation. Ryan Watson of Oklahoma, Brian Hadrich of Pennsylvania, Tyler Wenrick of Virginia, and Michael Evans from Texas, all arrested for the same reason.
It's extreme and it's problematic in terms of doesn't really seem to leave a lot of wiggle room for the idea that maybe somebody forgot something in their bag, which as a criminal defense attorney, I can tell you happens all the time.
In Turks and Caicos, firearm and/or ammunition offenses carry a mandatory minimum custodial sentence of 12 years plus a fine. Governors from 3 states are banding together fighting for the American safe return as they face a minimum sentence of 12 years behind bars. These detainees will have to make a case to the TCI government that they were arrested under exceptional circumstances.
Exceptional circumstances is a finding the sentencing court has to make in order to not sentence them to the 12 years.
But even that could take some time.
The problem is, in order to get to the place where we're talking about exceptional circumstances, it appears you either have to go to trial and be found guilty or enter a plea.
Thank you for watching today's News 12 Now. Make sure to subscribe so you find out why Texoma turns to us. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, where you'll see more social media exclusive content. Want more News 12 Now? Watch us live every weekday through the KXII app on your phone or TV and through our website.